55 degrees here, and gotta go back to work today, but that's it's the way the cookie crumbles when you're an adult, I guess. But I haven't heard anybody else yet. I know Kevin, I talked to him on Facebook last night. He's on the group. He said he would be in here at some point till about 7:30, so I'm sure he might be listening, or usually when there's static crashes, they're a lot louder down there, so he might be just pulling back and listening out. But anyway, sounded good this morning, Rick. I guess you're on the Drake, and it's good to hear you in here this morning. VE3PP, W3MMR.
Yeah, okay, Terry. Well, you're a lot warmer down there than it is here. 41 here. Supposed to go to 57 and sunny. So, should be a good morning to golf. I got a later tee time, 11 o'clock. I gotta go at, gotta be out at my tire shop at 8:30 and get the tires and rims off my 99 Cobra. And get my winter tires and rims put back on. Bring them home and park her for the year. That'll be it. Be the last drive in that thing for until the spring. I'll get the battery out of it later on this week and give it a little cleaning up there and the battery out of it, some fuel stabilizer in it, some bounce seats and some mothballs under the hood, and I'll put the cover on it. That'll be it. I got my old rims. I bought some new rims for that thing. I kept my old rims off there, and my buddy runs a car. One of my golf buddies runs a tire. He put some old tires on it. Any balance or nothing. I just put them on there so I can store it in the wintertime. It's just underneath my carport there. And that way my good tires don't get all this QSO thing. And then, like I said, I'll pull the battery out and get it ready and button it up for the wintertime. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right, Rick, real good. Yeah, I saw the picture of your Mustang. I think it was on your I guess it was on your QRZ page. I believe it was green, or like that lighter teal color. It's a good-looking car, sharp color. I like it. I was always a fan of that body style and those Cobras. Actually, to be honest with you, I like them more than the newer when they went to that retro look in the early or mid 2000s, and what it's evolved to today with that kind of rounded fastback. Well, they're pretty cool looking, you know. I'm not like completely knocking them. I enjoy the older, you know, late 90s, early 2000s body style myself. So, but yeah, I work on cars for a living, so we've been doing not me personally. I do all the drivability and diagnostics, computer, electrical diagnostics, and all the bigger jobs, motor swaps, transmissions, and transmission and engine teardowns. And but we've had a lot of cars come in and getting their snow tires put on here about. It really seems like the past 2 weeks we've had a lot of people coming in to get either new tires or getting their bringing in their snow tires and having us put them on for them. So it's that time of the year. I know the Midwest is about to be hit with a pretty decent snowstorm at around Chicago, Minnesota, you know, Iowa, Wisconsin. That area. I seen something on the news online about it. So it's that year, and it seems like we've had a lot of early snowstorms this year already, especially out by Colorado, that area, out in the Rockies. So maybe that's a premonition of what's to come here in the Northeast. The past few years we haven't got much snow, but it seems like it ebbs and flows, you know, but we just don't get as much snow as we did in the late 90s, mid 90s, You know, it seemed like every year we'd get a decent snowstorm of 20-something inches, or at least over a foot here. But snowstorms like that here in southeast Pennsylvania are definitely few and far between as of late. The past 4 or 5 years here. So anyway, I'm gonna sit back for a little bit, Rick. Kevin messaged, wrote a comment on the group there, said it's tough for him down there this morning, and he's having a hard time copying you. He said he could copy me pretty good, but you being a little bit further away and with the static crash, he said he's having a rough time with you this morning. So good morning to you, Kevin. If you're still listening, I'm gonna go in the other room and get another cup of coffee here and call my son before he leaves for school. My son lives in South Carolina, so I try to call him every morning before he heads off to the bus. So I'll be back at 6:40 or so when he leaves for school. So we'll catch you in a little bit, Rick. And if you're still around, I'll call for you when I get back. So VE3PP with a 20 over signal and 10 watts of carrier. Or I think that's what you're running, 10 watts of carrier out of that Drake this morning. You're sounding real good, buddy. Good morning to you. VE3PP, W3MMR.
Well, dude, I'm on my race. Not the general QSO. I hooked it up yesterday. So I wanted to try it out. I got on the QSO
Rick, yeah, I pretty much lost you there about halfway through. You kind of faded down there into the noise. So I'm gonna say 7-3 to you, pal. Great hearing you this morning. And when I get back, I'll throw on the web SDR and see how I can copy you through there, which I'm sure shouldn't be a problem. Excuse me. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. VE3PP, W3MMR, 7-3 for now.